That's right. The Edmonton Oilers have done it. They have made the comeback and forced a Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals against the Florida Panthers. What an incredible story. I mean, not a lot of people thought the Oilers would do it. Everyone thought when it was 3-0 Panthers, they thought that was it. But McDavid rallied behind him, put the team on his back. Not just himself, but everyone else on the Oilers too said, we got nothing to lose. We're having fun. And now they have a chance to win it Monday night in Florida. And as for Florida, they got to be really nervous. You know, they had 3 chances to win the cup, and now they could lose it on their home ice for the second year in a row. Now, I want to take a look here as we look at the score from Game 6. Obviously, a 5-1 win for the Oilers. Great performance. Home crowd, one of the loudest crowds I've ever heard. And they were just rocking the building all night. Oilers definitely fed off of that energy. The final minutes there, the fans were singing some karaoke, some Shania Twain, La Bamba at the end of the game, and Living on a Prayer. And chanting, we want the cup. So now it's Game 7. The Stanley Cup hasn't come to Canada in over 30 years. All of Canada is rooting for Edmonton. And I want to look at something here. We'll take a look at round 2 here against Vancouver. Edmonton is used to coming back here. Take a look here. Game 3 in round 2. Vancouver leads the series 2-1. Then Game 4, obviously Edmonton tied it up. But then Game 5, Vancouver took a 3-2 series lead. Vancouver had a chance in Game 6 to close the Oilers out there. They could have closed out the Oilers in Game 6, but the Oilers came back, won Game 6, forced a Game 7, and won in 7. Same thing here in the Western Conference Finals against Dallas. Edmonton won Game 1. Dallas took Game 2 and 3 to take a 2-1 series lead. Edmonton would come back and win in 6 games. So they're used to being down in a series and coming back. But this has just been an incredible run from the Oilers. I mean, being down 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals, as we all know, it's really hard to do. The only team in the finals that came back from being down 3-0 and won the cup were the Toronto Maple Leafs in 1942 against the Detroit Red Wings. So, yes, there's been 4 teams to come back from being down 3-0, but the only team in the finals to come back from being down 3-0 were the 1942 Toronto Maple Leafs. And the 4 teams that came back from being down 3-0 in the playoffs were the 2014 LA Kings, and I forget the other ones as well, but there has been quite a few to come back. But the only team to come back in the finals from being down 3-0 and win the cup are the 1942 Toronto Maple Leafs. So pretty funny that 2 Canadian teams could be up there for the greatest Stanley Cup final comeback after being down 3-0. And I'm definitely really excited for this Game 7. It's going to be a fantastic Game 7. Obviously, I'm rooting for the Oilers. I am Canadian, so I obviously am rooting for the Oilers, but whoever wins, it's going to be a fantastic Game 7. And there's rumors that win or lose, Connor McDavid should still be the Conn Smythe winner, and I would have to definitely agree on that. He's the reason why the Oilers came back in this series to force a Game 7. Obviously, everyone else on the team did their work too, but as we all know, McDavid's the main reason as to the guy who pulled them back in this series. And yeah, I'm just really excited for Game 7 tomorrow night, which is Monday. At the time I'm recording this video, it is Sunday. So, Game 7 in Florida tomorrow night. And it is going to be a great one. And someone will hoist the cup tomorrow night, whether it's going to be Edmonton or Florida. We will find out in about 24 hours or a couple hours away. And man, this is what everyone dreams of as a little kid. You're playing street hockey in your driveway. It's always Game 7 Stanley Cup Finals. You're acting out your favorite player, your favorite team. You're like, it's Game 7 Stanley Cup Finals. You're pretending to be McDavid or whoever, and you score, or yourself, you're imagining you're in the Stanley Cup Finals Game 7 overtime, and you score the winning goal to win your team the Stanley Cup. That's what these players dream as a little kid. You know, a lot of them grew up playing street hockey in the driveway. They always would think Game 7 Stanley Cup Finals overtime. And yeah, I can't help but say I'm just really excited. This is going to be an incredible Game 7. What a run from the Oilers to come back. I mean, win or lose, what a way to come back in this series. Hopefully the Oilers can get it done for Canada and bring the cup back. It's been over 30 years. Go get it done, Edmonton. That's going to be it for this one, guys. Be sure, if you're new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and a subscribe. That's the best way to let me know you guys enjoy content like this. And feel free to leave down below in the comments who you think is going to win the Stanley Cup in Game 7. Do you think it's going to be the Oilers or the Panthers? I'm really excited to see your guys' thoughts. And enjoy Game 7, everyone. It's going to be an awesome one. And I'll see you guys in the next one, where we will go over this year's Stanley Cup champion, which is to be determined tomorrow night. Thank you, everyone. See you soon.